everybody, welcome to YB STARLIGHT. Today we have with us the guru of music, the uber talented, the music pop pioneers and stars, Mr. Nischay Parekh from Parekh and Singh. Hello,
Hi.
hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining YB STARLIGHT and for your support.
Thanks for having me. This is cool.
Thank you so much, sir. So a little about YB. YB is an art curational platform for all of the artists. We also have an e-commerce where these artworks can be sold.
Nice. That sounds good.
Thank you so much, sir. So to get us started, where did the idea of Parekh and Singh stem from? What was the formation this duo was like?
Well, we started making music in Calcutta. We're both from Calcutta, so we just met through some common friends. And Calcutta has a really small, music community. It's not very big, at least for this kind of music, for like Western music. And both of us happen to be neighbors as well. Me and Jibraj, who's the Singh part of
Yes.
Parekh and Singh. So we're neighbors, and we just started making music. We've been friends for like 10 years now, and we've been making music for 10 years. Yeah.
Well, sir, I really love your music.
Thanks. I'm glad you like it.
Thank you, sir. So when and why did you start playing?
I actually hated playing music when I first was forced to take guitar lessons by my mom in school. I didn't like music then. But once I started writing songs, I, really started enjoying music. So yeah, I just fell in love with the idea of writing songs when I was about 13 or 14. And yeah, I haven't looked back since then.
That's very nice, sir. So throughout the books, you have been one of the star duos of indie music. You have also been featured in Rolling Stones. So what was that like, and how did it come about?
Well, I was just a young person like yourself, more or less just making music, trying to, just put my message or my art out into the world. And it was definitely a big moment at that time, getting featured in Rolling Stone, especially for a young person like me. I think I might have been, I don't know, 20, 21 or something like that. That was like maybe 6 or 7 years ago. So I was definitely very excited by it because, growing up, I actually used to buy all the physical Rolling Stone magazines in Calcutta, from the side of the road and stuff. They were quite available. So, it's one of those moments. And I know that, young people making art out there, it feels like, no one's noticing you, and it's a struggle, and, you're just waiting to be heard and seen.
Yes.
But I think the best advice I can give is just, enjoy the process, enjoy every moment of it. Don't worry so much about the goal. Just enjoy the journey, I think.
Yes, absolutely, sir. So you both have done wonders in Ocean and currently Science City. So what is the inspiration behind these such albums and songs?
So Ocean was written basically about my, formative years growing up, some relationships that I had, not only with, not only like sort of romantic relationships, but also relationships with my parents and, with my friends in school. And yeah, that sort of was the inspiration for Ocean, it's very personal sort of songs. And Science City was more of a concept album because
Yes.
we were very inspired by science and technology. And actually, Science City is the name of an amusement park in Calcutta. So that's somewhere that both me and Jibraj visited very often when we were children. It's like this old, weird science theme park with like a fake dinosaur and, very old and kind of useless.
Yeah.
Kind of, but yeah, so that was like a concept album with the themes of like the future and technology taking over the world and
Yes.
kind of what's happening now. So that's kind of what Science City was about.
Yes, absolutely. So where does the inspiration for your music come and where does it stem from?
From many things, from personal experiences, from just the life that both me and Jivraj lead, and also the lives of other people who are big fans of reading books and autobiographies and watching movies and documentaries about people that inspire us. and yeah, just stories, stories which are both real and not real.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have performed at many events. Are there any that are memorable to you? Any anecdotes that are out of the ordinary?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I think one of the best events or one of the last gigs that shows that we did in Calcutta, not in Calcutta, in India, was in Sonipat at Ashoka University at a college. Where there we went in for sound check, and like all the like all our equipment, all of it was like not working properly, because the lights were not put in the
Yeah,
correct way, and like there were problems with the vendors, and uh, someone even got electrocuted like before the show, like from the stage. So we thought that we couldn't pull off the show, so because half of our equipment was not working, but there
yeah,
were all of these young college students who wanted to see us perform. So we still somehow managed to, we didn't even have time to change into our suits, because we wear suits when we perform on stage. So because we were just like struggling to make everything work till the
yeah,
last moment. And so we were just like wearing our normal civilian clothes. And then after that, we just managed to make it work, half the equipment wasn't working, but we still did some version of our live set. And yeah, I think the students definitely enjoyed it still, because I think that's kind of what made it important for us, was just putting on a show for people that want to listen to your music.
yes,
It's not, doesn't have to be perfect,
yeah.
and that's like sort of taught us that.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Your music is really amazing. I like
Thank
listen
you.
to it a lot.
Thanks.
So, sir, who are you inspired by, or maybe even casually listen to?
I'm inspired by a lot of artists. One of my favorite songwriters is a Canadian songwriter called Leslie Feist.
Yeah.
She's a great songwriter from Canada. You're based in Canada, aren't you? Are you
Yes.
are you in Canada? Yeah. So yeah, I love a lot of music from your country, from a lot of musicians from the country in which you are. So Feist, Broken Social Scene, Chili Gonzalez. Yeah, a lot of Canadian music for sure.
Yes, sir. So, what are your fondest musical memories?
uh, my fondest musical memory, probably playing the first concert that me and Jivraj played at was at a festival in Bangalore in 2013, NH7 Weekender. That was the first time we took our music outside of Calcutta, and we didn't know, what the response was going to be, whether people would be into it. It was just like two guys making slightly strange pop music, but everyone seemed to like it, and it was a very encouraging show. It went off really well, and that sort of gave us the confidence to make this our careers.
Yes, absolutely, sir. So, what are the inspiration that you had while performing for your music,
So you mean at that particular show, or just like in general?
or just like in general you have shows?
Yeah. Well, it has to be the audience, the crowd. And now we've like garnered a pretty loyal and consistent fan base in India, So,
Yeah,
and also we played shows outside of India and the UK as well. We have listeners all over the world at this stage. But yeah, it's always the audience, performing live is, we've realized that it has to be a great experience for the audience. So that's
yes,
what we focus on, and that's our inspiration.
absolutely, sir. So your band was called as Zap in 2014. And
Yeah.
so what inspired the name change?
We were just experimenting, at that stage. We just were thinking of cool names, and we weren't really sure of what we were doing. And I think we got to a stage where we realized it should be our own identity. We shouldn't, be afraid
Yes.
to use our own last names, and if not our full names, Nischay Parekh and Jivraj Singh, which was too long. So we thought, let's just call it Parekh and Singh. It sounds kind of like, a law firm or accountants, and it's cool. So yeah, we just went with that.
Uh, so, you what does the ideal musical experience contain for you to enjoy when playing or either listening?
Cool. That's a nice question. So while I think for both, I think just comfort in a sense. Even when I'm playing live, we want obviously because our type of music, it's not like very aggressive or
Yes.
in your face or loud. And honestly, most of the music that I listen to also, I like to listen to, like, I wouldn't say soft music, but like, very like dynamic music, in the
Yeah.
sense that music which has like soft sections and like loud sections and things that are emotional and comfortable. So that's the kind of music I think when you're relaxed or when you're really just focusing on the music, then you can hear a lot of things. So I think, yeah, that's kind of what I want out of an ideal musical experience, like comfort and also some, interest, like, intricate things.
Yes, absolutely. So what would you define yourself as in terms of music?
Well, I think first and foremost, I'm a songwriter, just, a writer of songs. That's what I do. And that's my first love. So, yeah.
So, sir, are you the art or the artist?
That's a very good question.
Thank you, sir.
I would say I'm the artist. I'm not the art. The art is the music that, belongs
Yes.
to the audience and the people that listen to it. Doesn't Once I make it, it belongs to everyone. But while I'm making it, I'm the artist. So, yeah.
So, what is the one thing you'd like to say to all of our viewers and artists out there?
Just be brave. Don't 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 feel bad or don't feel defeated at any stage by rejection, or when you feel
Yes.
things aren't going your way. You just need to do what you believe in, and eventually, if what you're doing is true to who you are, there's going to be people who are going to be interested in it, because you're an interesting person. The things that you're making, irrespective of who you are, I'm sure that they're interesting. So just keep working on it.
Thank you so much, sir, for that message. You really inspire us. Your music is really, really awesome. I listen to it a lot on repeat.
Thank you.
So, sir, what do you think about the white platform?
This is cool. I think, how old are you? You're like 15 or 16, yeah?
15.
It's amazing. It's amazing that you're doing this and that you're taking an interest in Indian, musicians from India. And yeah, just that conversation is great. We need to have more conversation around the arts and music, and
Yes.
just more sharing of ideas. I think that's what's going to progress us as a species. So great. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words mean a lot to me, coming from a big artist like you.
No worries. Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir, for coming and supporting our YB Starlight and making everybody appreciate your art. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.